Guys, how's it going? Daniel here, and it's that time of the month again. It's time to share with you guys the top iOS apps for the month of April. So let's begin. So the first one is called OneBlocker X. So OneBlocker X is a blocker, an ad blocker for iOS. So you probably heard of OneBlocker when they released their first app about maybe 2-3 years ago. Now, when iOS opened up content blockers for its OS, and OneBlocker 10 is a new app that comes with much more powerful content blocking for your iPhone. Um, so you get to, of course, the default ones, of course, are block ads, block trackers, block comments, block adult sites. Those are the top blockers. But of course, what's different about this app is that it comes with more rules than the first one. So you'll be able to block even much more stuff, of course, and what will save you, of course, data, but also make your experience on the iPhone a little much more better than seeing all those ads and trackers that you don't want to see on Safari. And then a cool new thing in the app is a little news section, so you get to read more about content blocking, about maybe apps that help with it, and it's just really cool to see it there, a little news tab. And then, of course, you get to do regional content blocking, so like block German ads or block Russian ads as well. You could do your own custom ones as well. You could whitelist some sites. So if you like a site that you really want to support and you don't want to disable their ads, you could whitelist that site so that OneBlocker X won't block the ads in that site. And so yeah, you get to create your own rules if you want. That's a little bit much more customization, of course. So if you want to, you could do that. But for me, I just like using the default ones in the general area. And of course, you have your settings area. So if you want, you get to use Face ID if you have the iPhone 10 to open the app. So when you open the app, it will scan your face quickly, and then it will open up the app so that you could continue customizing your content blockings that you have there. And of course, there's the iCloud sync and much more stuff like frequently asked questions. And so yeah, that's OneBlocker X. Next, we have Drafts. So this is Drafts 5 is the newest app that was released. It's really cool. So if you like writing a lot, and you need a powerful writing app to do crazy things like create reminders, use to save to Dropbox, to Evernote, or something like that, I highly recommend you guys go check out Drafts 5 because it's a very powerful writing tool. That it's an amazing app. Next, we have Lookmark. So Lookmark is my favorite app right now since Apple took away the App Store wish list. I've been using Lookmark to add apps that I find in the App Store to my wish list to check out later or to purchase at a later time. Next, we have Eventail. So Eventail is a calendar widget. You get to see, of course, your reminders there. You can see your future events from there. And what's cool about this, of course, when you open the app, you get to customize it more there. So if you only want to display 3 days, 7 days, depending on how many days you want to show, you have up to 7 days to 3 days. And then, of course, like I said, you get to show your reminders, your events. And so, yeah, it's just a really fantastic app or widget, I mean, if you use the calendar app a lot. Next, we have an awesome weather app called tinyclouds. So tinyclouds is, like I said, a really unique weather app that creates a small little city so you get to enjoy looking at the city. And then what's cool, it shows you the weather right at the bottom. So yeah, it's really cool, really fantastic. And what's also awesome about this weather app is if it's raining, then it will show rain in the mini city that it has created here for you, which is really, really fantastic and looks really nice and it's really unique. Next, we have a new app by Google called Google Tasks, which you probably heard of this week when Google released it. So Google Tasks, like I said, is a new task app from them, which is a really dead simple app, super simple to use, but there's still a lot of features that are missing. So I hope maybe in the future Google will release those features that have been needed in this app. So yeah, that's Google Task. Next, we have Aloe Bud. So Aloe Bud is a kind of motivational health app. So if you need to get motivated, you just tap on the icon and then you just start writing what you need to get motivated about, or if you don't need to get motivated about something, then you could maybe need to be reminded to breathe. You just tap breathe and then you check in and then there you go. You're done. Or hydrate. If you need to remember that you need to maybe put water on your plants or drink some water, then this app is really, really fantastic. And so yeah, it's just a really fun app to have if you need to get motivated and reminded about your health. And so yeah, that's pretty much it with Aloe Bud. Next, we have an iOS game called Supertype. So I did a review about this app a while ago. It's a really fantastic puzzle game by one of my favorite game developers on iOS. And it's just a really, really fantastic game to try out if you have some free time on yourself. And next and not least, we have a new app called Pretext. So Pretext is a text editor, a dead simple one, super simple to use. So you get to, of course, create a text editor. And then when you're done with your text editor, you get to export a course in your settings area. Not in your settings area. You get to export it. You get to share the document if you want a course on social media or on files or Dropbox. And then, of course, you have a preview markdown as HTML as well. So if you want, you can see how it's going to look when you're done with that, which is really cool. And what's also awesome about this app is how you get to share it on your, your Files app on iOS. So if you use the Files app a lot, then this app works really, really great with the Files app on iOS. So yeah, are the top iOS apps for the month of April. And as always, guys, if you guys enjoyed this video, please do like or subscribe. So that's it for now, guys, and I will see you guys later. Peace.